to play with. Remove these abominations from the battlefield. Countless more await the attention of your blade.
I recognize the trappings of the generals commanding the Legion's forces. Before Sargeras took our world, these generals marshaled our armies and brought peace to Argus. They betrayed everything we stood for when they accepted his bargain. There can be no redemption, only retribution.
Testing. There we go. Mute that just in case. Here, let me follow somebody here while I fix the screen. Actually, I'll do this. System. Let me edit this here. Let's remove that. Let's add display capture main. That won't work because nope, we're still cut off. So let's delete that. Let me actually not get behind here. Delete, add game capture. Wow. Okay, I can fix this. I just really don't want to go this route, but I will. System, full screen. Go. Hertz. Oh, it's really looks horrible though. But it looks good on your end, except it's frozen on my end.
I have calculated your walls have survived. No one alive!
Okay, so you guys can see. God, it's really bright for some reason. Babe, can you tell it's really bright? I don't know. I put the 1080p and that's what happened. Because they couldn't see because I was running ultra wide. So everything was like cut off. Verify you guys can hear me though.
Why we are the dominant force in the cosmos. I hope you enjoy my inventions.
Checking things. So yes, I'm not really taking a hit while streaming now. I will say that I'm using H.264 encoding. So if anything, the video card's taking a small hit, but very little. Being able to maintain, you know. So here, I'll just for the heck of it, why not? I'll crank this up, full settings. You know, max across the board, and we'll see how well she does. So. Ideally, and every single boss fight is different. Like 40-man raids, like yeah, good luck. I still hit like 50 FPS. When I used to, I feel like I should probably be under here. Was it Nighthold or whatever? Yeah, that was a nightmare. But. Yeah, I'm really happy with the performance. I mean, this rig costs about $1,400 now. Now, mind you, that includes a monitor. That includes, you know, I spent a lot of extra money on shit. So, you know, I got Corsair SP120 fans. I mean, they were only $12 a piece. I got sleeve cable extensions. You know, but I mean, I still went budget. Like, I got a Gamax 400 in white. And I actually did a review on that on his channel, and it actually now the installation video has now 5,000 views. The performance testing I don't believe is over 2 yet, because that was part of a showdown that I did. But I'm using that. I got an RX 580 Nitro Plus. Yeah, I should probably get over here. I got a Nitro Plus RX 580 for like $260, brand new in box from New. So it wasn't mined with or anything. I went with a 250 gig SSD, SK Hynix, so definitely nothing fancy at all. And then a 2 terabyte drive. I went with a WD purple because it was purple, but it kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. Actually, I moved WoW onto my SSD because it was not doing well. That's probably the one thing I regret. Outside of that, I have the Tomahawk Arctic board, which is working great. I haven't overclocked anything at all because it does boost up to, you know, 3.8, 4 gigahertz in WoW, which is really all the further it's going to go anyway. And honestly, I haven't eclipsed 60 degrees Celsius, so the only thing is I'll say that, you know, I have noticed a little bit of decrease in video rendering times, or increase rather, but that's kind of, I guess, to be expected. I think Crackling might know this. I don't know if anybody else does or not. I don't know if I can see it, how many people are streaming or on here. I'm leaving for Germany January 14th. I accepted a job offer with a company that is located in Germany. So I'll be no longer in the cell phone sales industry. My company is fully aware of my plans to leave. My final day will be the first of the year. And I'm staying a little bit longer than I planned to just to help them out because they have given me a lot. There's definitely no doubt about that. Andrew Mellon, who actually does come on my live streams, actually is employed by the wireless company that I'm leaving. So, you know, we won't be working together in the future, unfortunately. But, you know, definitely happy with the opportunity that they did give me. And, you know, the wireless industry is always one that's going to be changing and evolving, and, you know, some good, some bad, no doubt about that. But yes, I told them I'm going to Germany. I think I told you guys I'm going to Germany. Yeah, my wife's like, yeah, peace. You know, have fun. We have enough chocolate downstairs. Yes, we do. No. I'm not moving to Germany. I'm going to Germany for, sorry, I apologize, for 3 weeks for training. I'm going to be still, why the hell do I have stacks? I'm going to be going there for 3 weeks for training. I'll be back beginning of February. So no live streaming, no videos, unfortunately. Yeah, well, hey, if you want to start doing PC builds, I'll let you use it. Well, yeah, our puppy's huge. So you guys haven't seen him in a bit. He is now 40 pounds, pretty much. Babe, don't wake him up. Now you'll get him up. So. Yeah, I mean the cool. I will give you a recommendation, and you know what? I've made this mistake 3 times now. But definitely go with a 1600X. Yes, the idea is you can overclock. But Ryzen overclocking is really hit or miss. I had 2 1600s that wouldn't go past 3.7. So if you're going to be playing WoW primarily, definitely go the 1600X. That way, it's going to run at 3.7 all the time with a 4 GHz boost. Then obviously the did I not get anything? Wow.
The War Council has finally
I legit got artifact power for everything.
Without their leadership, the Legion will fall into chaos.
Hi, live stream.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me go ahead and hold on a second. Gotta get back to full screen window.
Hi, live stream.
So now we're cut off, but
oh, he's not happy right now.
Why?
I just woke him up.
I got him.
You got him?
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't. So this is how big he's gotten. He's gotten big. He is 38.5 pounds. He just woke up. He smells like dog. Hey, Gina, look. Look. Gee. He's like, no. Oh. But he's still the cutest guy ever. He graduated puppy school. Oh.
He's like, Dad.
He's tired. All right, Mom. Take him out.
Come on, G.
And get him some food.
Oh.
What?
But Dad, I want to stay here. He's licking me.
Oh, there goes my neck. Oh.
He still thinks he's a lapdog.
Yes, he does. Whoa. Oh, yeah, I know. I have to loot him. Still here. Hurry up before he disappears.
Who?
The boss.
Ugh.
Oh.
Sorry. Hope you got in the way.
Yes. See, even on my. Oh, hey, I did get something. Why? Why do I get these bullshit?
Bull what?
Okay, explain this to me, guys. So I know you guys. I know this is cut off over here, right? So let me.
Fix that.
Yeah.
You wanna go potty?
Here.
You wanna go potty?
So I can display.
Did you get eggies today?
He did this morning.
Okay. Don't worry about eggies.
It doesn't mean he can't get more eggies. Oh, I won't stretch. That's annoying. Okay. Go. Yeah, I know.
Is there anything you want to drink while downstairs?
Yes.
Come on, Jake. You had your 15 seconds of fame.
So the recommending settings are going to be kind of junk because, I mean, it's probably like level 5, right? So, here, these settings, right? Yeah, 5. There's, it can handle it perfectly fine. Okay. So I literally got nothing but artifact power, which really sucks. But anyway, so I got this. This is clearly not a healing trinket. Like, not at all. This is almost an upgrade. It honestly probably is an upgrade. Nah, not quite. Okay. Oh, what did I do? Wrong thing. But, yeah, I mean, this is definitely, no doubt, the sweet spot in gaming, you know. Oh, speaking of which, completely changed something up for you guys. So, I stopped getting my keys, my Windows keys from Kingwin. Not because I had any big issues with them. I usually had to call them, manually activate them. But, I ended up, what was it? eBay. So there's a lot of third-party sellers on eBay that are significantly cheaper. And I've bought about 4 or 5 of them and haven't had to manually activate them yet. And literally, for the price I pay for one Kingwin, I can get like 5 keys. Here's the thing with that, right? So I don't, by any means, like to promote piracy, right? You know, I think that people should get credit for their work. The problem I run into is a lot of what I do, and I'll give you a perfect case in point. I was working on a computer. Me and my dad had a Dell. Okay. I did not, but I'm going to ask it again, and then I'll answer it. Me and my dad were putting together this Dell Inspiron 530S or S530, whatever. It has a dual core. I upped to 8 gig of RAM, had a 500 gig hard drive in. Very solid, very solid. I'm totally going to the wrong place. And to license it would cost me $110, and I'm doing this to give it to somebody because they need a computer really bad. I'm not going to take $100 out of my pocket, considering the fact that I used up a lot of spare parts that I had for somebody. Now, luckily, it actually had Windows 7, and I was able to upgrade to 10. But, you know, I don't really do a lot of sell for profit. I try to make money, but it's pretty rare if I do. So adding $100 to that cost just makes it, you know, it's just not logical. People aren't going to have one with the box for sale. What do you mean? I don't quite know what you mean. But yeah, I mean, Microsoft just charges too much of licenses stuff. And it's not fair that OEM manufacturers get it for pennies on a dollar, and they sell in other countries for pennies on a dollar, but they get away with charging us like a boatloads for it. You know, the reality is it just makes it, you know, anti-competitive in my opinion. Ooh, I can. I don't have it capped at 100. What happens is FreeSync caps at 100 FPS unless your monitor is above 100 FPS. So mine's a 75 Hz ultra wide. Yeah, I can do that. I can knock it down to 7. 7's actually usually where I play it at, but I'll be honest. I mean, I was getting pretty solid FPS at 10. Oops, did not mean to tab out. Now, I like MSA 2X because it makes a lot of the names and everything a fair bit sharper and easier to read from a distance. Now, the fact that I'm not in you know, native resolution, it's a little bit harder to see. But now, it doesn't look to be very busy tonight, so do keep this in mind that you may not get this kind of FPS. And like I said, I'm not really losing any streaming. Maybe 5% if that, because I'm using H.264 encoding. I do not. The only thing I have is an RX 550. But yeah, that's the only thing I have available, unfortunately. So that's done. There's a new raid I haven't done yet. I feel like I don't know. Am I ready to do mythics? I mean, I probably should be able to. I don't like these trinket setups though, but cool. Got my versatility lowered. I'm jumping my DK for a minute. My DK is pretty geared. 944, I want to say, in blood. It makes this week's Mythic Plus, like, just ridiculous. Why am I 942? I have the best of everything. I know I'm missing this. That. Oh, that's why. There, 943, and then I'm missing. There we go, yeah. So, my new job. I'm not going to mention my employer, as I never do. I'll mention my previous employer, actually, but not my current employer. So, the company I work for is Ryzen Wireless. I worked for them for about 3.5 years now. So that's going to be about as long as I will have worked for them, obviously. And the new company, I'm going to be selling cybersecurity products. So I'll be working directly with businesses and stuff like that. Just selling a lot of products to help protect their infrastructure from coming under attack. So it's something I'm actually really interested in, something I actually did graduate work for. So definitely really excited about that. And, you know, the company actually, you know, the person that hired me was really interested in my YouTube. So, you know, not that, like, he's interested in what I do, but what he's interested in is that I'm able to, you know, put myself in front of a camera, in front of people, and explain things or going over things or explain why things are important or not important and give an unbiased, you know, just having that presence. Because even I'm not selling a product to you guys, and yes, there is money to be made in what I do. You know, very little. To give you an idea, I made about $300-400 this year off of YouTube and Amazon. Very little money. I mean, I've invested almost 10 grand in everything that we have. You know, so definitely not a lot of money there. But yeah, I'm really excited. But my previous employer, Ryzen Wireless, you know, I started with them September of 2014, and you know, they've given me a lot. You know, the reality is with a lot of the changes, not necessarily within the company, but within the industry, that it put me in a position where, you know, you guys know I sold my, you know, $3,500 computer because, like, I need the extra money for Christmas stuff. That's part of it. The industry has been shrinking rapidly due to the fact that they grew, and I joined right about here, and now we're about here, and I think the industry is going to continue to shrink and then eventually rebound. But I can't be involved with the wireless industry as it stands right now while it's in the shrinking mode. And it's like you look at AT&T and they're trying to get rid of the union, and they're selling off to indirects and all that stuff, and you know, it's just the whole industry is just coming down right now. And it, like I said, it will rebound as technology advances. It will rebound. But with my wife, you know, who has a new job, she's still in school working part-time, so I can't take the hit. So unfortunately, I had to make a decision, and then I found a job that was going to satisfy what I need financially and really tweak my interest mentally, you know, intellectually. So that's why I was really excited to get on board with this. So. But, you know, I can't really say enough. Like, there's a lot of people that have left the company I work for, and there's a lot of posts on Reddit and layoff boards, and there's all kinds of stuff, and a lot of it's negative. But the reality of it is that even for people that were with Ryzen for 15, 20, 30 years, even if they unfortunately got caught in a layoff or reduction of workforce or whatever have you, the reality of it is they gave them a good job with good benefits, good pay for a very long time. And if you were with them for 15 years and unfortunately have to find a new job, that stinks. I've only been with them for 3 years, but I got good pay for the most part. I got great benefits, schooling paid for, you know, a lot of valuable experience, met a lot of people that are going to help me throughout my career. So, you know, I wish I didn't have to leave, but it's okay. And I would hopefully in the future return if, you know, if it makes sense. You know, or work with Verizon in the future in other endeavors. My hope is this job I'm going to have with for a very long time. There's no doubt about that. But there's a lot of risk in what I'm doing right now, so we don't know what the long-term outcome. But it looks good, so we should be fine. What would you want on the 550? Here's the reality of the RX 550 crackling. I don't think I could ask for a fair price that makes sense, and I'll tell you why. So shipping it to you is going to cost me probably $15, right? It's a used card, which means I'll have to discount it from 20 to 40% of what it costs new. So if it's $80, I'm going to sell it to you for $55. I'm going to pay $15 a ship, so I'm going to get $40 out of it. But it's a perfectly good working card, okay, that I use for testing. So it actually is more valuable to me to keep it than to sell it. I'm not trying to be a dick, but that's the reality of it. I literally just gave away $275 in parts to my wife's sister because her 1155 system crashed and died. The board went out, and I didn't have the parts to fix it, so I gave her a 7th gen board with an i3 and 8 gigs of RAM, and it's about $275-ish worth of parts. So I'm trying to keep as much as I can keep. Let me look at. So let me see, what else can I do here? Oh, I haven't done. I do have 6. Okay, so let's queue up. I haven't done this one yet. You know what? I'll queue up his DPS. Why not? Then I actually have to pay attention to what the hell I'm doing. I go on holy. I did, but not now, unfortunately. You know, I recently offloaded all my Ryzen stuff not too long ago, so. Yeah, I had a Ryzen 7 system. I had 32 gigs of RAM, RX Vega 64, 1 terabyte SSD. I got a pretty good price for most of it, so. I gotta do this Mythic plus 13 at some point. Good, good, good. See how long the wait time is. 10 minutes for both? I feel like, how could a tank have a shorter wait time? That makes no sense. Screw it. Let me see what this place drops anyway. Really just, well, actually that'd be nice for mastery, versatility, BI. Why is the wait time so long? 18 minutes. You guys don't want to wait 18 minutes, do you? Here's what I'll do. There we go. I'll go with a tank. I feel like, though, having 18 slots to fill, I feel like a tank would be harder to fill. Oh, before you leave, for those of you who don't know, I have a Threadripper GTX 1080 build log, 1080 Ti build log, actually up on the channel here very shortly. I will be honest, I skipped a little bit. It wasn't the best build log. I was put up against a really bad timer. I literally had to film 7 videos in one day, and obviously I took time to edit them, but I got pushed back like 3 or 4 days on the CPU, and I really wanted to get this computer in my client as quickly as possible. And for those of you who don't know, the CPU is DOA. So yeah, that was fun, but it gets most of it. I didn't have any time to do performance testing, but you know, it's still a build log, still fun. So thank you, JM, for tuning in if you haven't left already. Hopefully, while we'll be away for a little bit in the next coming weeks, hopefully I'll be able to come back and do a bit more, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you out. John Doe, interesting way of spelling it. Is $750 a good budget for a gaming PC? Yes and no. So, there's a lot of things to consider. First things first, what games are you playing? If you're playing World of Warcraft, that's plenty fine, because you can tailor the game to WoW and still play other games pretty well. You also have to consider, what else do you need? Do you need an operating system? Do you need peripherals? Do you need a monitor? If you're just talking tower only and you don't mind going to eBay for a Windows key, $750 can get you a fair bit. So, let me ask you this. A couple things. What games do you play? Do you just need a tower, and are you okay with going on eBay to buy a Windows key? I've had success with it. They're $7, $8. Your mileage may vary, but so far it's been so good. So because they're $8 versus $100. So if you can answer me those questions, me or Crackling or somebody else here might be able to post something up for you, and get something together for you here. Although I am about to start a raid. I have not done this place. I have no idea what I'm doing. You know what? Screw it. Let's put this up to level 10. I was waiting for somebody to try and drop and answer the questions. Hey, my puppy just got eggs. He got penis stuck in the CD drive. Yeah, that's really sucks when that happens, trust me. Beaming Drive, good game, GTA 5, also gaming. Okay, so, what you're probably eyeing up is going to be a Ryzen 3 1300 or a Ryzen 5 1500X. The reason why, everybody's always said, go with this and just overclock it, right? I have no idea where I'm going, so hopefully I'm going the right way. And the reality of it is having worked with a dozen or so Ryzen builds, and I mean over a dozen Ryzen builds I've built this year, that's not a guarantee. Having the faster raw CPU horsepower, or faster speed rather, definitely does make a substantial difference. So I'll be able to give you a build here soon. But what I think we'd be looking at with that kind of budget is I would really try to see if we can swing 16 gigs of RAM, especially if I'm like game developing. We're probably looking at 1500X, 16 gigs of RAM, and like a 1050 Ti, probably somewhere in that ballpark. Power supply, if you want to stay budget but good quality, a Seasonic M12-2 would be perfect. It's modular, 80 plus bronze, very high quality. Go with that. Case is going to be kind of your discretion or selection or whatever have you. So, like I said, that'll definitely be up to you. And then ideally, if you can go with, 250, 240 gig SSD and a 1 terabyte hard drive, that would be ideal. I wouldn't. i5 7400 with the slower clock speed, I know it has some boost, is not going to give you, I think, as good of a gaming performance. It might be close, but you're going to lose a lot of productivity especially if you're talking about game developing. So, and I also feel like the Ryzen platform will probably be a tad cheaper, in my opinion, in this scenario.
Is at hand.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so which boss is up here? Okay. Because I legit have no idea where the hell I'm going or what I'm doing. Yeah, the only time that's going to be a reasonable buy is when you can get the boards cheaper. If we can't get the boards cheaper, then there's no point even considering it. And if you're going to spend $150 on the motherboard, not worth it. Again, I have no idea where I'm going, guys, so if somebody can help me, that would be lovely. Oh, hey, there's trash mobs.
I'm out of range.
Well, hopefully I help you out.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, that's what makes KB Lake a hard buy, and the fact that, or not KB, Coffee Lake, the fact that you know, they're hard to find, they're overpriced right now, they're not selling at MSRP. It just makes it very hard for me to recommend anything Coffee Lake.
I don't have a target.
You know, yes, if you can get a 8700K for $350, honestly, very competitive buy. Better single thread performance. Multi-thread performance will be very similar. Ooh, what am I doing? There we go. Sphinx. Oh, I got text. Ugh. Leaving me left there. Lovely. Oh, what are you making for dinner?
Be gone, intruders. Back to your master.
So as a tank, with a verb from path, engage players opponent once this damage.
Defeat them before they reach me.
What?
Or all is lost.
Yeah, it does. Except it's not on its roof. I mean, what? It's not on its roof. What? You got a red one? Weirdo. Haha. Sucks to be you. So, complete side note, Ryzen 2 is definitely going to be interesting. I mean, there's so much rumors and bullshit that's being spread out. I mean, 12 core 5 gigahertz for 250. Yeah, like I love what AMD has been doing the last year or so. You know, with working on Ryzen and everything, but some of those leaks were just a little bit ridiculous. I mean, just a little bit. Again, does anybody know what the hell we're doing? Because I sure as hell don't. No.
The last of my strength ebbs away.
No, I'm healed full.
Stop them. It's too far away. Feel the potency of life. Fear its power.
I need to target something first.
So this raid group is all over the place. I'm not sure if anybody's any idea where the hell to go. Oh hey, there's something over there I feel like I should be helping with. That guy did something productive. Oh, I died.
Forever bound to
So, Crackling, have you done this instance? Because I really have no idea what I'm doing. At all. Some days. Live streaming. What's up? Not quite. You gotta hit a little bit harder, babe. What?
Leave me and my red alone. It wasn't my fault.
Yes, it was.
Can't help it. Small frustrated with
I still don't know how we got 80-20 on that bullshit. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm gonna ask. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, I did a Mythic plus 16 this week, and I have no idea what the hell I'm doing this raid. Yet I got friends that are less geared to me that are farming it on freaking Mythic right now. Yeah, it's quite sad. Okay, going up the stairs. Maybe? Nope, I don't think this is where we're supposed to go. Yeah, that went absolutely nowhere. Good news is my FPS is like around 100 right now, so I guess that's a good thing. I mean, I could definitely be there, but I have no idea where it's at.
champions. The forces of the Legion seek to capture my essence for their infernal master.
Guess I can just kind of oversee here and call it a day. Oh, what the hell did I do? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that's how that works. Although I will eventually die here if I don't get a healer down here. That's a priest. Might want to heal me, bro. Just saying.
Begone, intruders! Back to your master!
Hey, I got healed. Again, I really wish I knew what the hell I was doing. Here, I'll go after that. That looks like something fun. Yeah, I can heal off this guy. Blood DKs are overpowered. I did Mythic, Lost Souls, just regular Mythic, not like Mythic Plus or anything. Yeah, I soloed it. I mean, I would like healer, so that'd be really nice. Hell Oh sweet, I didn't take any fall damage.
Feel the potency of life. Fear its power.
I get a healer here. That'd be
I
nice.
don't have a target.
Yes, I agree. This is like a really retarded boss fight.
I need to target something first.
Oh, if we learned one thing today, that is that Ryzen 5 1600X can handle World of Warcraft without really any issue. I'm assuming it froze up on your screen since I'm tabbed out. There we go. Oh, I get it now. There's portals. I think. Maybe. Oh. Okay, so that one's done. Maybe stop doing all that Bitcoin mining. Yeah, I almost bought some Litecoin the other day too. Fall off here. Thank you.
Minions of darkness. You
Hope
will
I get some
know
backup
the
over
might
here
of
shortly.
Titan.
I can't attack that target.
Apparently we did it.
The tormented cries of the Pantheon ring out from deep within the core of Argus.
And I got artifact power. Go figure.
If Sargeras breaks them, as he did Agnes.
So I'm going to have to say that is probably the most retarded boss fight I've ever done. And I've done a lot of boss fights. Wow. Got nothing. So FPS is still pretty solid. How long have I been shooting for? About an hour, give or take. Nothing else really interesting in the tech news. Oh, well, net neutrality, or net neutrality. I've thought. Oh, so let me take a drink. The internet got declassified as a Title II utility. That's the actual proper terminology for that. Obviously, not a good thing, at least not in the States. We're relying on companies that have been practicing in some of the most greediest business practices we've ever seen in our time, saying that's going to be okay and they won't be greedy. So let me get this straight. The TV industry has declined at the fastest rate that I've ever seen in my life. And you guys are losing a ton of money off that since everybody's just relying on things like Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. But yet we should totally believe you that you won't intentionally jack up rates for any kind of streaming services to make up money where you have lost. I'm a little bit skeptical. Just a little bit. RX 580 Nitro is the graphics card I guess. raider? I better not be. Why is somebody in combat? But yeah, nothing super exciting. I mean, we're hopefully going to get Ryzen 2 quarter 1 of 2018. And my serious hope for Ryzen 2, like the whole like 12 core, 5 gigahertz, like obviously that'd be amazing. But let's be realistic. What I'm really hoping for is not necessarily more core count. That would be cool, but I really don't. I mean, even if we bumped everything up by 2 cores, like that would be the most I really want to see. Because to be honest, I mean, if AMD was sitting on the ability to go 5 gigahertz, 12 cores, and launch at $350, like obviously that means that Intel, you know, like everybody's been holding back, and I don't see it happening. I'm not necessarily looking for core count. I'm looking for IPC improvement. I would like to see 10%. I know it's a little bit high, but I would like to see 10% IPC improvement, and I would love to see a 500 to 800 megahertz bump on all chips. I want to see if AMD can get their IPCs up a little bit. They're not very far behind Intel, but they can get it to, say, like I said, up another 10% or so. And then on top of that, get their clock speeds up to the upper 4s. They're going to be extremely competitive with Intel across the board. And it's going to continue to fuel, you know, the war. And what's interesting is people are buying Ryzen despite it not being the perfect or best CPU to buy. People are buying it because, I mean, best CPU to buy for gaming. People are buying it because the concept of good enough never used to be, you know, it never existed. Like, nobody really said, oh, you know, this is good enough. But with Ryzen, that actually seemed to have happened, where everybody's like, you know, this CPU is good enough for gaming. You know, and it's better. Why do I feel like I should have done that? Okay, I was right. It's good enough for gaming, and it's better than what Intel offers for anything else. I'm going to say... I really should not be taking... Oh dear. Sorry about that. I had to focus back on the boss. Oh, I totally blew up on everybody. But, yeah, yes, it's not the most powerful CPU for gaming, there's no doubt about that. But it is close enough where people will take things like higher core count, better productivity, and stuff like that. I really mentioned that. Which so I have to go through a portal. I'm curious on which portal they're referring to.
The wrath of no evil.
Oh, here's a portal. Nope, there's nothing useful there. And I'm dead.
Was this truly the best Azeroth had to offer?
Yeah, I guess that's what happens whenever I don't pay attention. Game sound is very loud. Let me take a look at that here. Testing. Testing. Let me know if that's any better. Everything else should be pretty far down. Yeah, GTX 1060 6 gig is definitely a solid card. Obviously, it's a direct competitor with the RX 580. Did you put him in for the night, babe? Babe. Did you put him in for the night?
Huh?
Did you put him in for the night? Okay. Celsius. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. Let's turn this up a little bit so you have some game volume. GPU sitting good. Let me see what this says here. Okay. Again, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Excuse me. Sure, go for it. Guess I just have to pay attention to how I'm doing. There's one person dead. Hey, yeah, someone figured out how this place works. So he has 4 stacks, so. Well, screw it. Whatever. Which portal do we go into? Doesn't tell me. Hopefully this guy's in the portal. So nobody's in a portal right now, so that's fine. I'll go in it. It's fine. Okay, so the general consensus, I think you're asking about memory, if I'm not mistaken. it won't bottleneck it. What it is the way Ryzen works is it has essentially, I guess, two platters, and they have something called CCX modules that communicate. Faster RAM speed allows the communication between the two modules to basically function better and faster. Oh, hey, everybody's dead down there. So I guess I'm going to die here shortly. So I'm going to go... Ah, shit. I'll go ahead and get him back up. Good. So the problem is a lot of boards are very picky with their RAM. RAM will work, but for overclocking purposes, it may not always work. I have a feeling most everybody's dead. So we're probably going to have to wipe this one. Don't want to get any more stacks, dude. Now taunt. I don't get, this guy does not taunt when he's supposed to. There we go. Really? He didn't pay attention. It's all good. Oh god, I'm gonna blow up on the whole group. Okay, it wasn't that bad. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely a really solid build. I have a RX 580, and honestly, I'm really happy with it because I pretty much only play WoW. I don't really need the RX Vega that I used to have. Yeah, there is a little bit of, some games do benefit from the faster RAM. The problem is not all the boards support it. Get a healer up. I can do that. there's a portal open right now. Alright. Well, I have enough cooldowns to survive. But just in case. Looks like we got it though. There we go. Man, it's been Artifact Power City today. Jesus. No, don't need that. Don't need that. Definitely don't need that. He wants me to call him, and I'm like, dude, I'm live streaming right now. So here, let me actually address what was said earlier. Okay, so he's asking about RAM speed. It's definitely not a bottleneck, but it does make a little bit of difference going from 2400 to 3200. Yeah, some boards won't even go any higher. Crackling Ice did speak well about the CC Expert, a little better than me. That video from PC Pro probably is a lot better explanation than what I did. Right now, yeah, I can definitely understand the pain there. HD graphics, yes, definitely a solid looking build that coming together there, dude. What's this last boss we're doing? The exhaust. This is where we were supposed to go, maybe, kinda, sorta. Said please come back, so I don't know why.
What's up?
Talking about what's going on here. How long have I been live streaming for? Holy crap, is this a boss? I'm screwed. I'm gonna say wipe it. I'm gonna let him know. I'll call him afterwards. Man, this guy's hitting hard. I'm pretty geared too, nonetheless. Damn it. Fail. Guess I'm the easier one to heal. I actually never even read this boss fight, so I'm completely winging it. Taunt. I have 3 stacks. Damn it, I just popped the cooldown. Yep, fuck it. Anti-magic shield for the win. Cool. Again? This is not going to be fun. How does he keep dying? I mean, I'm getting trucked pretty hard, so he must be getting hit even harder. I have 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't see this working. I can survive like a couple more seconds, I'll be good. I literally have a shit ton of stacks. 10 seconds. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Fuck. He died. I can't get to him. I literally have 14 stacks. And I don't think I can survive for more than a couple more seconds. This is rough. Keep me up, keep me up, keep me up. Got it. Alright, they procced it. But it should be enough to keep me alive. If we can burn this. Which I don't think we can. Wow, this is an insane amount of stacks. There we go. I'm finally dead. Jesus. I've only done one so far. This is my second one. And I was doing insane. I give hats off to the healers. Stacks is rough. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream. I gotta get my buddy a call since it's kind of getting low. But thank you guys for tuning in. As always, this is Steve from PC Budget Solutions, and I'll see you guys later on down the road.